afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stock Market Today. You have Alyssa Corum and Ken Shreve here. We're going to talk about the major indexes in a session that saw some standout action from the Nasdaq today, Ken, and three interesting looking stock charts. What do you have for us?
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't been talking about software stocks much lately, but I think it's time to take a look at HubSpot in the enterprise software group. Also take a look at PTC, which was today's stock of the day. And finally, Avantor or Avantor. Not sure of the pronunciation, but nice looking stock that is still in buy range.
Yeah, ticker AVTR. How about that? Well, let's take a look at the Nasdaq here, up 1% for the day. The S&P 500 climbed just 0.4%, but hit another new high. We had the Dow up 0.2% today, Ken, and the Russell 2000 up 0.7%. So the Nasdaq clearly leading here. So a string of some really strong gains, some nice tight action, and continuing higher today seems pretty impressive for an index that not all too long ago was the definite laggard.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. We had several gaps up in price. I believe what was it, Wednesday, Thursday last week, and then Monday this week. And it was good to see the Nasdaq today get over Tuesday's high. So and a close near the highs for the Nasdaq. So the one thing that we noticed during this recent rally is that the volume has really been shrinking to the upside. You can see the blue volume bars down there. So can't say there's been a whole lot of conviction behind the buying, but then again, you can't ignore the strength in a lot of these large cap technology stocks, a lot of the FANG stocks we've been talking about, Facebook and Apple back above its 50-day moving average. So the Nasdaq is looking good. Like to see some volume come into the market pretty soon, but it's strong price performance lately can't be ignored.
Well, let's take a look underneath the surface, starting off with HubSpot. And this stock was able to gain over 6% today. We're also going to flip on over to the weekly chart. But Ken, HubSpot in the software group showing continued strength after pulling back down to its 50-day line. It was a bit disappointing, I think, to see all those post-earnings gains from that gap up fade, but at least it did find support at a key level.
Yeah, it did find support at the 50-day moving average. It has rallied nicely off the 50-day moving average. It looks a little bit like the Nasdaq, just a nice solid move in recent days. And again, software stocks were such a big leadership part of the market in 2020. Not so much anymore, but HubSpot has been software stocks had a pretty good day today, and I just like the look of HubSpot's weekly chart here. You can see the stock was up, I think, more than 10% last week, I think was the gain. Yeah, 10% gain last week, and it's extending gains today. So we want to just keep an eye on this one. Good one for the watch list. Like the big sales growth in recent quarters here. It's a company that does marketing and sales software. So they're in a nice niche with good sales growth. And even though earnings growth has kind of slowed down in recent quarters, they do have a couple of nice annual estimates there for 2021 and 2022. So I like that as well.
Yeah, and aggressive investors could potentially initiate a position here with the stock being within 10% of that 10-week line, while others may want to see a little bit more in the development of the right side of this base. Maybe we see a handle form. Maybe we see a breakout of this consolidation here, Ken. So no matter what your investing style, it seems like HubSpot is worth a look, which is why we're featuring it today. So
yeah, definitely. Let's go back to the weekly chart too, because there was a really big increase in fund ownership in the fourth quarter of last year. You can see at the end of the third quarter, there were 630 funds that had a position in this stock. And then by the end of the fourth quarter, it had jumped all the way to 872. So we do talk a lot about institutional sponsorship, quality fund sponsorship. So not only does HubSpot have not only is it showing big increases in fund ownership in recent quarters, but it also has some high quality fund ownership as well. And not surprising when you see the sales growth this company has reported in recent quarters.
All right. Well, next on our list is PTC, and it's also in the computer software sector, gaining about 2.4% today, potentially a little bit of resistance around that 147.77 buy point, but it was today's stock of the day. It looks like it has some strong fundamentals to back this one up.
Yeah, definitely. Patrick Seitz did a great job. That story is on the homepage of investors.com right now. Stock of the day for PTC. This is a company that provides two-dimensional and three-dimensional software for manufacturing and engineering segments of the market. And yeah, this is exactly what happened. The stock actually tried to go over that left side high of 147.67, but met some resistance. Anytime a stock runs up like this one did, sometimes it's not surprising to see it drift lower and maybe shake out the last sellers before it attempts a true technical breakout. And PTC did not do that. It just tried to break out over that left side high, but met a little bit of resistance. So if we see a little sideways action here, maybe a little downward drifting low volume declines, that could be enough to form a handle, and then it could try to break out again. But again, fundamentals are solid. You got nice annual estimates for this year and next, and pretty good sales growth in recent quarters as well. Yep.
And let's also take a look at AVTR, Avantor. It's in the medical sector, a recent breakout for this stock and extending its gains.
Yeah, the actual breakout was Tuesday, and that came in heavy volume, and it closed up near its session high. That was good. And then yesterday it was a very modest decline in very light volume, and then the stock rises today in higher volume again, or at least volume higher than Wednesday. So this breakout's looking pretty good. It's still well within the 5% buy zone. You can see that blue shaded box and see that it's still in the 5% buy zone here based on a 31.15 buy point. And here's a look at the weekly chart, which also shows a nice breakout. Relative strength line lagging just a little bit, but pretty close to highs. So I like the look of this name as well. You've got sales growth accelerating in recent quarters, and pretty nice estimates as well, and rising fund ownership. So that's all good.
Yes, all good things. Thanks for pointing all of that out, Ken. And thank you all for tuning in at the bottom of the hour. So in about 20 minutes or so from now, we're going to have our Swing Trader Scorecard monthly webinar that's open to subscribers and trialists. So we hope you check it out for a look at the action that we saw in March and updates from our team. So looking forward to seeing you there. And Ken, we really appreciate your insights today. We're going to continue the discussion tomorrow morning on IBD Live to cap off the week, and more special guests on IBD Live coming next week. We're going to have Charles Harris on the show on Wednesday. So that should be pretty exciting, Ken.
Absolutely. IBD Live is great fun every morning, starting at about 10 minutes before the stock market open each day. And you've been doing a great job hosting. And I'm sure it'll be a great show tomorrow, and have fun on that Swing Trader Scorecard webinar coming up. I think you're going to be driving the bus there too, right?
I will be annotating the charts for the guys. That's
Good
for
job.
sure. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I love asking you guys all those nitty-gritty questions on IBD Live about your position size, where you're going to take those profits. We have a lot of fun with it. So we hope you check it out.
The viewers love it too.
I'm just trying to.
They love your questions. You ask the questions that they're thinking. So
well, we try our best. We love our audience, so we do our best with that. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow.